All right, we are live. It's ANSC here, casting for you guys the round of 8 of the 25th anniversary LAN here in Thailand for the BSL. We've got OyA versus Julian. As you can see, Julian here on the left, OyA on the right. They are all prepared and ready to go. Everyone can hear me? Don't have anything, a confirmation in the chat. Everyone, how's my voice doing? We are rolling here. We're ready. Artie is still here in Thailand. Yes. He is not currently in the building, but he may be coming a little bit later, and he'll definitely be here for the finals. Have confirmation of that at least. And we are a go here. Game number 1. This is a best of 5 between Julian and OyA. And we've got Julian here in the top right. Our blue Zerg player from Sweden. And down in the bottom left, it is OyA. Oh, excuse me. I got those two mixed up. OyA's from Sweden, and Julian is from... I'm not used to throwing the countries in there as well, their nationalities. Mostly I'm casting Korean games on my channel, but trying something a little bit new here. Joining up with BSL for the first time, teaming up here, and putting on a great show. So, by the way, cross spawns, very large map, a lot of bases around, and an interesting third base kind of sitting out at the front. And then there's the high ground at 6, 9, 3, and 12, which has double ramps. There's a high ground ramp, and then there's a low ground ramp. So quite a bit interesting ideas have been thrown into this map. It's kind of similar in a lot of ways to Vermeer, with a bit of a twist here for the BSL. A gateway start here for OyA. And Julian going for it. An overpool here. Doesn't want to deal with any early zealots without having Lings out immediately. And could potentially put on the pressure here once those Lings do begin to pop. Drone scout gonna come here along with that drone for the natural. Will OyA be able to block? We're getting very close to that 300 minerals. He's gonna hide the drone, but he did not hide the overlord. Now it's smart in this situation to hide that overlord, because OyA could have definitely realized that very quick Lings were not going to be coming here and tried to block that natural. It's a rule of thumb that you want to send the second overlord in a different direction than your natural to obfuscate whether or not you went for a 9 pool or something like that. But he's going to get away with it here. He got the natural down, and Lings are out, going to be chasing this probe around. How many is he going to leave here to chase the probe? Looks like just one. The rest of the Lings are going to go across the map, and he's saving larva right now. So I'm curious what he wants to build from this position. He's going to drop his third base right away. Over here at the 12. And sending these Lings across the map, he has put OyA on the back foot a little bit, because he doesn't want to allow these Lings in. He's going to have to micro here from the ramp. Third zealot does pop out. So this is more than enough zealots to deal with the pressure coming here. And he's got a probe plus zealot on ramp. But the probe is going to be targeted? No. Does a little damage to that and is going to have to back off. Already losing 2 Lings here. Not going well for Julian so far. The zealots can now start to push forward. And OyA is going to drop his forge, I believe, at the front. Maybe he gets greedy here. Goes for a cybernetics core, but 2 Lings are going to slip by. Do we have that probe for the defense here? Stopping these Lings going up to the main. There it is, coming to the ramp. But these Lings are going to slip by. Playing a bit of ring around the rosy here with the Zealot. Losing it behind the pylon. Now going to run into the main base here. Try to deal some damage. Forge in the main. Well, he's going to pay the price for that. He wanted to keep the Forge out of harm's way, away from any potential Hydralisk bust, but now he's going to allow Lings into his main. Wow, that's quite a few Lings for Julian. OyA's got to be a little bit worried at this point. He's going to break off one Zealot, send it over for a counterattack here into the main base, try to get some kills on some drones. Meanwhile, the rest of the Zealots are going to head back home, get ready for that defense. More Lings. This Zealot broken off and heading into the main. It's being produced. A second Zealot. This is greedy from OyA. He's not going to have much back at home, and two Lings. This cannon, one Zealot is present to start to hold this off. Oh no, he's opening up the gates here. Okay, he does get the second Zealot in place, just barely in time there. And he's able to keep everything alive, doing some damage here in the main. Things are starting to fall out of control here for Julian. Overlord. No, losing an Overlord. Gee, unfortunate result there. Julian, I've definitely been in the similar situation. Is on. You're trying your best. You're absolute. Oh, there I am on camera. You're trying your absolute best to attack with your things there, and allowing the Overlord to move forward, and gets picked off by the cannon. That painful loss. Ouch. Yeah, losing an early Overlord like that is a quick way to lose the game. You're just not able to produce anything. Not able to continue that all-in. It did feel like an all-in there from Julian, especially with the two Zealots getting in. I think OyA did a great job of handling that Massling attack. And now he's going to have a little advantage here in this best of 5. Already with one win on the board. 2 more here and Julian will be eliminated. So pressure is on and mounting for our Polish Zerg player. Is going to be picking his next map here wisely. Each player getting a ban here, and the loser picks the next map. As you can see, oh, looks like we've got a little issue here.
The time until the end of the computer.
So it'll give you a notification right here when it says like there's only 10 minutes left or whatever.
So it's 1 hour, 2 minutes left.
I'm not sure. Okay. We just about ready to get into the next game? Let me see. Mine's just gone. Okay. Can't even look at mine. Okay. Some of the difficulties here. Putting together a LAN in Thailand. We can't read all of the all of the information here at the PC Cafe. But we're just about ready to get in this next one. Everyone's loaded into the game. Looks like we're good to go. Both players are here and saying go, go. So jumping into game number 2. Just about there, guys. Just about there. Thanks so much for showing up here today, for supporting the stream. I know it might be a strange time for everybody. Well, at least for some of you. Because Thai time here, it's 11 or it's 12 o'clock now.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Both players here. After that first game, and it's going to be OyA now spawning here in the now the pink Protoss player from Sweden, and his opponent down in the bottom right. There he is, Polish Zerg, Julian.
And everybody starts to move.
The time difference is a little bit crazy. I'm sure some people are in the morning, some people in the middle of the night. Wherever you are, join us here, the BSL. Very well organized here. Zero and his counterpart was Brian. And we're just so happy to have this event still going after 25 years of StarCraft. And these players have flown from all across the globe to be part of this competition, part of this scene, part of this moment in history here. And who is going to move on? Who's going to make history by getting into the round of 4? Will it be OyA? Will it be Julian? We're going to find out here. An overpool once again from Julian. This is the most standard opener for ZVP. It gives you a lot of room to maneuver as the game goes forward. Another gateway expansion here from OyA. And personally, I prefer the overpool against this. You can actually put pressure onto the Protoss player. The Protoss player has to react to you and the number of lings that you're building. Whereas if you're going for a 12 hatch, then you're going to be the one reacting and trying to defend against the trickle of zealots that's coming across the map. So taking the lead here, Julian going to start to produce lings now. Has his natural on the way. Sending his third drone over towards the top right. Looks like they're going to meet and have a little kiss up there. Looks like kind of tracking down that drone, getting some good damage on it is OyA. The kiss of death there, almost taking out that drone. But it will manage to get the scout off here. He will see that there is a gateway first. And yes, we are on Luna. Cross maps here. It's going to take some time for the Zealot to make its way in this direction. Unfortunately for Julian, going to allow the probe up into the main. His lings are being sent straight across the map, and one Zealot is going to move around these lings and head towards the natural. Are we going to see a repeat of the last game with another Zealot slipping into the main? That would be painful. Hopefully there's a few more lings being produced right now by Julian, although right now he's got 300 minerals in the bank. He's dropping his hatchery, and the Zealot wanders in here. He was saving a little bit of larva, so he should be able to produce some lings now. Putting on the pressure here, he does slip by the gateway into the natural, but fighting up the ramp, he's going to slip by. I just saw it on the minimap, slipping by into the main base. I think he killed the probe on the ramp. He's going to get up inside there, but back at home, he's going to have to deal with this multitasking here. A battle of multitasking right now between OyA. Julian is starting to lose it, I think. Losing all of his lings in the main, and now he's going to lose this ling here in the mineral line as well. 4 kills on this Zealot. I believe most of those were lings, but he may have picked off a drone as well, just off screen there. And OyA, I think, taking a pretty sizable lead here in the beginning, but of what is normal and natural in ZVP. These small advantages can be made up by some good decision-making later on, and a good surround here by Julian. Going to get this first bullet. He should be able to get the second without too much mineral patches here. Try to find a position. There's not much space behind the minerals on Luna. He's... Ooh, no mic. Free for OyA. Oh, sending out his lings. He really needs to bring these back. Deal with Zealots. They're going to get up this ramp, I think. He really needs to cut off one of these, pick that off, and not allow any more drones to go down. Again, multitasking here is going to be important. Can he prevent the Zealots from getting a large number of kills? Can he get the good surround here on both fronts? He's going to get a pretty decent surround on the patches. Oh, he keeps both drones alive. Very important that he keeps both of those drones healthy. Second Zealot does go down. Great hold here by Julian, but did he produce too many lings? Maybe panicking a bit. building up quite a bit of lings. Now going to start to push out those drones. He's supply blocked at the moment. We should be able to get his lair going, get his drones mining, and decide on his next stage of tech. Move to the front here. Going to lose one ling to that cannon, unfortunately. Bit of miss micro here. The Overlord's going to head over towards the main. The Protoss player dropping his forge here in the main. Going to keep that safe from a potential Hydra buzz. Does not want to lose that upgrade. It is a little bit greedy to go for the forge in the main and put the Cybernetics core at the natural, but it does give you a bit of safety should there be a Hydra bust a little bit later on. He's gone here instead of for a Stargate. He's gone for the Citadel. He will be getting into speed and +1 here. Really wants to hit a big timing, but Julian has spotted everything. And what will be his response? Spire on the way. The standard and typical response here from the Zerg player is 5 Mutalisks with 2 sunken colonies at each base. But if you want to get really greedy, you can just go 1 sunken colony at each base and try to hold off. That way, the Sunkens are going to tank the damage. The Mutas will deal the damage to these Zealots. But it is still a bit of a tough fight. Ooh, great damage here to start things off. Killing a Zealot already? He only lost 1 ling there. OyA doing a bit of a right-click out onto the map with these Zealots. Instead of sending them on an A-click to actually fight, they end up losing 1 Zealot. One of their brethren going down here before the fight really even starts. There's the 2 Sunkens. 2 Sunkens back at home on both bases. This is exactly standard from Julian hitting this build here. 5 Mutas should be popping out in just a matter of seconds and start to deal damage to these Zealots coming forward. He sees the number of Sunkens here and he goes, okay, you've defended sufficiently. It's time to back away and possibly go into some other tech here. It's time to maybe get into Dark Archon. Go ahead and get some Maelstrom out so we can actually defend against the probable Mutas that are going to be popping out here. And there they are, Mutas. Now, has started some tenants back at home in his mineral lines. Otherwise, he might be in trouble. Zealots running by on all fronts, right? Blocking the ramp into the main, though. Really good job here by Julian. He's going to catch this last Zealot into the main. A few more Zealots here coming over towards this third base. Going to dive directly on top of one of these Sunkens. A lot of drones popping out right now for Julian. He's going to surround. Paying attention to the third base right now. There we go. Now paying attention. Lost 2 drones. Needs to pull these bad boys away. Run. Go ahead and evacuate. 5 Mutas, 6, 7 Mutas here. Oh, another Zealot getting his way into the main. 4 kills on that. This is a difficult defense for the best of them. A very tough attack to hold off. Relatively good job, but I think he may have lost a little bit too much. OyA in a good macro position here. He should. Defense is ready back at home now. And another Zealot sneak here. OyA just being so relentless with these, and the 2 sunken colonies are not defending each other, which is a serious pain right now for Julian. Gonna have to bring all his Mutalisks back home, and I think he's overproduced Mutalisks here. He's not gonna be able to get any damage with these. The standard is 5. He's produced 7, and you're very low on gas in these situations. Trying to get your hatcheries out as quickly as possible, and you need to go into your upgrades, your Hydralisk upgrades, including range and speed. So this is all very expensive technology. Oh, first shot there from the Archon. Gets 2 hits on this group of Mutas, and 7 Mutas. You can see they just explode so quickly if the opponent gets a couple of hits on them with that Archon. A lot of Sunkens coming down here. He's realized that He's in a bit of trouble right now. Julian is going to try to hold on over here at his third base with the drones. Few Hydras now finally popping out as well. And there's 3 Sunkens, 4th Sunken about to finish. That is a difficult proposition to get through. Okay, he has a lurker egg in the way, but he hasn't added on any additional gas here. No gases here for Julian, so he's not going to have much gas to work with to actually build up a good number of lurkers, but he holds on very, very well here, pushing everything back. He didn't lose too many drones, and he killed 2 Archons. That's 4 Templar that have been lost here for OyA, so his next push out is going to be a little while, and this will give Julian time to stabilize. He'll be able to get his lurkers out. His drone count at that third base needs to be a little bit higher as well. Looks like he just killed one of his sunken colonies to improve the mining in that location. And he's starting to really ramp up production here on his 3 bases. 5 hatcheries right now, but he's supply blocked. Okay, there we go. Ultras do pop out at a reasonable time here. He's going to continue that production. Meanwhile, OyA looking towards a third base. Lot of cannons here. He was taking this very, very seriously, this Mutalisk threat, and it's actually going to swing back around towards his main, so I'm sure that he's glad he built 3 cannons there in the main. Completely skipping over the Corsair tech. You cannot ignore the threat of mutas. Quite a few are going to fly into the main here. Could take out all 3 of these cannons, but maybe the cannons can buy enough time. I don't see a Templar underneath any of these buildings, but that's kind of the point. You want to hide a Templar, maybe over top of an assimilator like that. All the cannons have gone down. A bunch of probes are going to start gunning those down as quickly as he can. Now going to go after Dragoon. This is some great damage for Julian, and during all this, powering up into a massive Hydralisk swing here. Observer, I think, too. This Observer should definitely go down. No, looks like it's not going to be picked off. A lot of Dragoons moving out on the map, and OyA trying to take this third over here at the 9 o'clock, but maybe Julian can shut that down. He's got near that. He is going to find it, and this a lot of the units to come down. It'll put army away from the attack here and buy even more time for Julian. You'll have to stop this. You got to come back here and save this third base. Oh my goodness, is taking the bait right now. This is a bait. Really, Julian wants him to attack all in and lose his third base. If the attack doesn't work, OyA is just going to lose here. A hatchery in the front as well, just blocking everything. He's going to run forward here, but this is a bad fight right now for OyA. That's so many sunken colonies, so many lurkers as well. Finally, a storm comes down, but as these storms come down, and those are all tossed out here, he should be able to come through with the flank. Oh my god, OyA is actually getting through here surprisingly well. The reinforcement wave of Julian here just not going to be enough. I'm shocked actually that OyA pushed through this. What was that? 6, 7 sunken colonies and a few lurkers? My goodness, GG. OyA takes that game and gives himself a lead here, an even bigger lead, 2-0 now. And I think we actually haven't had that. There's something wrong with the sound.
Well, half seconds the sound. We need the spike.
Okay, it stops and
When he talks, the sound always good now, but after it failed for 1 second, and after
okay, so it's disappearing.
it's
So I guess it is cache log issue.
Let me choose. Can I have the headphones?
Do you want to do
in random moment.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I apologize. Something was going on with the audio. That actually sounds good to me. How does that sound to you guys? Bit better? I was working with AI. Oh, there it goes. Maybe I need to be farther away from the mic.
What's the map? Broken.
Yeah, it is still cutting out a little bit. What's going on here? Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it is cutting out sometimes. I don't know what I need to change here. There it goes again. What happened?
Maybe we can use my mic.
Let's give it a
But
shot.
After the best of 5.
Okay, sure.
I said
All right. We're gonna roll with this. Yeah, that's very strange.
yeah.
Something's going on. Yeah, I don't think it's disconnecting, but there it goes again. There it goes again. Very strange. Very strange. Let me just. Hello. Okay, this is the microphone I use every day with my setup. So, not sure what's going on. I just unplugged it, put it back in again, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, better. Always audio issues. I can't listen to myself talk. I can't do it.
Okay, let me just tune off the this and we can go back.
Okay, we're going live. Try our best here, guys. Sorry about the audio issues so far. Hopefully that is fixed now. I don't think the PCs are overheating. If you guys can see, if you guys want to see the PCs, it's they're up on the roof.
Okay, we are ready.
Not on the roof.
Is the name of a dance. We
Sounding
do
like
down
a
Johannesburg way.
ASL stream here. Everyone cheering for our next game. OyA up here 2-0. Julian gonna have a tough time to recover from this position. OyA seems to have his number. And are we gonna see any changes from Julian here? Is he gonna try something different? You can switch things up and play more defensively with your lings. You don't have to put on that pressure. You can just, you know, keep your lings out in the front of your natural. Make sure that you have enough and just don't let any zealots into your base and you might be in a better spot. Because so far OyA's shown a tendency to run zealots around and be sneaky with them. The other thing you can do as well is you can just save larva and go really hard on the lings. Go for a same overpull, but go really hard on the lings. And if OyA runs by, then your rallies will pick up the zealots that are running on the other side of the map. Should be able to overwhelm the few zealots that are left for the defense. So we'll see what type of adjustment Julian wants to make here. And OyA, so far, just playing exactly the same way. He's going to get a gateway out in the front. Gonna keep it going here with more zealots trickling across the map, putting on that pressure. And we are in close spawns here this time on a broken circuit. This is the Circuit Breakers remake. Circuit Breakers, that's right. That has high ground bases around the sides of the map. So the 9 o'clock, and whereas in the past they were, the map has been raised as well. We'll see if that comes into play this game. Nice block there with the probe, but this is an overpool. It's not a 12 hatch. A few moments there. Oh, hold on. 1 HP. Oh my. Getting that probe. Some vengeance there from the drone, or for the drone from the last game. 6 Ling's gonna pop. He is thinking about putting on the pressure here with a lot of Lings to work with. Should be targeting this down. Get that probe out of here. Oh! Does get it. Drone almost getting that kill. Gonna start to hit this pylon, and I think that OyA has correctly realized here that this is not what he was dealing with in the last game. This is a much bigger commitment to Lings overall than we've seen previously, and he's gonna pull more probes. He's not gonna run around with the zealots. So actually OyA super on top of everything. Very impressed with his play so far here in this matchup. Exactly what I was talking about. You know, if he had run around like last game with his zealots, tried to send another zealot into the main, he probably could have lost the pylon here. He could have lost the gateway and been in a horrible position, but he brings everything back home. Perfect response here. Now has 3 zealots here in his natural. Are we going to see continued production of Lings from Julian? It seems like not. He's going to keep his Lings over here to the side. This is scary to me. If I have my Lings out, I want to have my Lings right in front of the natural, just in case zealots start to trickle. You definitely want to be catching those. Probe going to sneak out on the map here. That's a bit frustrating. Probe going to make its way all the way down to the 3rd base and might swing over towards the main and confirm the lair. Make sure that that is indeed on the way. Lings are going to react here. They're still sitting out in the front. And 5 zealots have been produced. We're getting a cannon here as well. Not being greedy with his forge placement here and blocking out the probe with 2 drones. This is a big commitment of drones just to keep the probe out of your main, and that's gotta be ringing alarm bells right now for OyA. He's wondering, what are you up to? Is there a Hydralisk den in your main? There must be. And he's gonna start adding on cannons here. His Corsair should be coming out soon, if that is indeed the tech he's going for. We don't know just yet. Cybernetics core is not quite finished. Overlord here of Julian, spotting out everything. He sees where all of the zealots are, and he sees the location of the gateway and forge here. Should be heading northward in just a moment to check and see what the next stages of tech will be. Hydralisk den just plopped down here in the main. So Julian going for sort of Hydralisk play. Will it be a macro, but just some Hydras to defend his overlords? To me, this is looking like do we Zero? Do we have an overlord at a Ling? Having an overlord out there means that it's unlikely that we'll see a bust here, because a DT, single DT, could completely shut that down. Hiding 2 is here natural. OyA is doing something tricky right now. Some of his tech, but it's going to be spotted. One more shot here. He sees both of the gateways there with the from his overlord. Very nice scout there for Julian, and now he knows completely what's coming. He knows it's going to be some gateway tech. He knows it's going to be some sort of zealot timing or a dragoon timing possibly. Do we have a citadel back at home? I'm not sure. Might be that the dragoon range could be coming here. Do we have dragoon range? We do. A dragoon timing here from OyA gonna come up. Mass Ling and a lot of Hydras is gonna be the correct answer here from Julian, coming out and actually fighting pretty well with these zealots here early on. The +1 is not done, so it's a perfect time to fight here with the Lings against these zealots coming forward. He's going to push everything back behind this wall, killing a dragoon for free here down at the south part of the wall, but losing quite a few Lings to these cannons. Going to try to pick off one of these gateways. Will start the firing of these Hydras once again. He's getting all of his upgrades rolling here. Does not have range just yet, it feels like. And he's sending out another drone. He's trying to take a fourth. I don't think this is the right choice. OyA is going to be bearing down with a huge number of dragoons here very, very soon. He's got 4 gateways worth of production. He might want to add on another since he lost that gateway out there in the natural. He's probably mapped out this build to be hitting with 5 gateways worth of dragoon production at a very specific time. You can see he's not producing probes right now. He's maximizing his gateway time, his gateway uptime here to make sure he has as many goons as is possible. But Julian's done a great job thus far, and he should be identifying what's coming now. So adding on Lings to tank damage for these Hydras while the Hydras hit the goons. He's picking off 2 goons before the fight really even gets underway. Zealots are coming out here, and Hydras are just kiting them backwards. Since they don't have that speed, it's very difficult for them to get on top of these Hydras. Hydras jumping forward once again. Gonna pick off one more goon. No. Goon does escape. One Overlord, unfortunately, for Julian's gonna head out on the map by himself. We'll be losing that and almost getting supply blocked here. So a supply block during an attack like this could be deadly. He's gonna jump on top of these dragoons once again, picking off 2 more. And I don't think that OyA is gonna be able to hit this critical mass of dragoons that he was hoping to get. Instead, he's going to be continuously losing these and being forced back over and over again. Another great snipe there. Julian just dominating this build right now. No way that OyA is going to be able to push out easily from this point. He's gone into Zealot speed, realizing that this Dragoon all-in attack is just not going to pay off. It's not going to end up working. So he has to transition now, but his tech is very... not have Templar tech. He's only got Zealot speed just now, and he's adding on a second forge. So he can get extra upgrades. I don't know if those upgrades are going to kick in before anything can... before we can fully... We still having microphone issues? That's unfortunate.
Maybe it's pretty loud. No, it's not loud today, so maybe I will turn it off.
There might be like a threshold problem. This is the same OBS setup as my regular microphone setup, but there might be some difference with the computer here. And now we're shoving forward once again into the natural. This time there's not that many Dragoons. There's quite a few Zealots to fight back, but over on the other side of the map a run by is occurring. Quite a bit of damage is going down on the side of Julian. More Zealots going to come out here. I think that actually OyA holds on, and he's dealing a lot of damage in the Zerg base right now. Killing off a bunch of drones, forcing all the drones to run away, and Julian taps out. GG. Wow, a quick 3-0 for OyA here. That was masterfully done, at least in the first 2 games. The last game there was looking scary. Very scary. Sorry guys for the microphone issues. We're gonna work on that now. We've got our next best of 5 coming up very soon, and hopefully by then we will have a fix for you.